Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask you this evening for a marvelous show, a sense of fellowship that fills each and every one of us' hearts this evening. Lord, we hope that we get to talk about music and things that make us happy, make us kin to one another, whether we can in real life or not. We're all kin in this land of music. The Holy Spirit. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We're having a big old time this evening, sitting around hanging out, me and Jay, talking mess and hanging out, just doing what we do, baby.
Drinking beer like men.
Drinking beer like men. You know, we had this old WrestleMania party on Sunday.
Yeah.
Old Jay and Steve
yeah.
Fever came over here. We watched this little WrestleMania, and a girlfriend was over here. We had this big old time. Hoo-ha!
Check out the live video.
Yeah, we did a little live video that.
Couple, actually.
Yeah, one of them I think got deleted because I swung around and got some of the WrestleMania and the video, and it immediately popped a copyright job like that.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts that was that crazily fast. Steve Fever's got a gig tomorrow night, so he's probably not hanging out with us this evening.
He's resting his voice.
I mean, after all, he's a husband and a father in addition to being an internet celebrity. So me, I'm just hell, I ain't worth the $55 worth of carbon that I'm made of. But so I got time to do all this baloney. But
I'm just chilling and dealing. All I'm doing.
Chilling and dealing, baby. The wobbly-headed redneck.
Was that his name?
Next week, Friday night, we're not going to be doing a show. And normally be like, oh, you got to work.
Good Friday. It's Good Friday. I can't do a show on
It's Good Friday. So what's going to happen? Next week, me and the girlfriend going to slide down the road just a little piece. Now, hell, that ain't damn 20 minutes from the door. Go watch a little Doug Stanhope's going to be live in Greensboro at the Idiot Box. It's going to be a big old time.
Yeah.
That's one of the best nights of my life when me and girlfriend saw Stanhope in Winston, which is a good 30-40 from here where he played. So this is even closer, and
it's a real intimate place.
It'll be a little small place. Actually, I know the owner a little bit about this place.
Yeah. You get up there and
Oh, Jenny Stencil. The traffic lady that rapped that we had. Come on, Jenny.
We had.
Works where I work. Was the traffic lady with the blonde hair.
I don't watch them. I watch the news.
Okay. Anyway.
She worked for you?
She was on VH1 because she
worked for you?
not for me, but for the
station.
Yeah.
She did traffic in the mornings?
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't max speed?
or lane closure. I always said if I was going to do a traffic deal, which I actually looked at doing this.
Yeah.
My name was going to be Barry Cade. And now, time for your Max Alert traffic with Barry Cade.
Not to get off topic here, but...
Then don't. Then fucking don't, Jang. We just started.
But you know, the max speed character guy.
Yeah.
You ever notice that he always had a helicopter propeller over his voice?
It was all dubbed in.
Yeah, like, I thought he was really in a helicopter for years, and I always go outside and look, never see him, you know. That's a lie. That's a lie. I never really tried to like look up and see him. But,
yeah. So anyhow, next week we'll probably do the show on Friday. No, probably about it. We ain't doing a show next Friday. There is a chance.
The show gets canceled.
There is a chance, possibly.
Overdoses before then and dies.
It's a good possibility. There's a chance we'll do a Captain Car Wash on Saturday night. Could be a regular record night, but we've not seen the Captain in a while. So if I had to guess, and we're going to do a show on Saturday, I would say it would be a car wash show. So we'll stay tuned for that. Wanted to see what else on the rundown tonight. Wanted to say a special shout out tonight to a long-term friend of ours of the program. He's been a friend of the program for really early on, and he's a VC legend. A lot of subscribers, big shot in the community. Super Wes, who got married this week. We appreciate Wes. He sent us some great records before, and he's been a friend of the program for a very, very long time. So mazel tov. Hope you guys enjoying yourself and whatnot as a married couple. Married. Eddie Murrayed couple.
Where do people go on their honeymoons these days?
Another friend of mine.
Buenos Aires
is on the way to Italy. Who's that? Dave Janot is on his way to Italy.
Oh, okay. Nice guy. What's he doing these days?
He's in Italy, Jay. What the fuck did I just say?
Okay. He's a freelancer these days, right?
No. He works for the city of Miami. Good
David
guy.
Janot?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
I thought he got a...
He's got some stuff.
So he moved. I thought he was staying around here and doing like
freelance
stuff.
No.
I bet you the audience is loving this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Something in the news that popped up this week that I just kind of ran into. We're big fans here, not only on this program, but across the VC from what I've seen. A lot of people are Can fans.
That's what I hear.
Steve Fever included.
He's a huge Can.
I'm a big Can fan as well. So the Can singles are going to be released later this year, like in June. I don't know much about Can singles.
So what, it's like they're singles all in one box, basically?
They maintained a healthy appetite for singles. So now, I'm just reading this off of this NPR article here. On June 10th, on Mute, the singles will collect, well, guess from radio edits of fan favorites like Hallelujah and Future Days to lesser knowns. Let's see what's on. Turtles Have Short Legs. It's supposedly this one weirdo one that's on here. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be all the singles that they did. They're going to put together in like a
So I wonder if they'll do like each record, individual record will be like a 45 or whatever.
Yeah, I should have. Actually, hang on, guys. Hang on.
45?
Stall.
Yeah, big hole in the middle.
No. They're regular.
Are you off the air?
Huh?
You off the air?
No. I don't think so. Just keep talking. I'm just saying stall so I can do this. I can show everybody what the hell this shit
What
looks like.
show is this from?
What show?
Stall.
I don't know.
Saved by the Bell. That was in the watch on.
Belding is balding. Hey, check that out. This is what the single shit is going to look like. So I don't know. I'm sure it'll be cool. Some of
it's going to be a bunch of singles.
Every single they ever done, apparently. It's like a big deal.
So it's a box set, basically.
That's what I said, Jay. It's a box set of singles. It's a box. It's a single box. I don't know. I said it 8 times. No. What the hell else? I'm closing that track.
In the news?
No, I'm tracking it down. Yeah, in the news. Now check this out. Oh shit. The legendary turntable in the DJ world is the Technics SP1200. Okay. That is the table. You know what I mean? That is the DJ table from way back. Always been really expensive. They're known for their.
They price on the eBay.
Yeah, and they're known for having it's a direct drive turntable that's got this just torquey motor. So when you pull the record back and you let it go, it's like it's right up on it.
Yeah, it goes.
That's why when the DJ's like yip, because it goes forward.
Yeah.
Like on my tables, which are kind of 1200 knockoffs, they're not the best tables in the world. They're Stanton tables. They're cheap 1200 knockoffs. When I pull something back and I have to kind of yank it forward a little bit to get it up to speed, and I've kind of learned to kind of propel it forward a little bit. On a 1200, you don't have to do that. You just pull it back and let it go, essentially. The motor is that strong and torquey. The criticism for this tables over the years has been that it can be a little loud. You pick up a little noise. But for DJ application, shit. And we kind of have to run a DJ operation here for this program. The fact that we go from different tables, I like to be able to back cue and find things, and I even fuck around with some DJ shit from time to time just for funsies. But we definitely need to be able to back cue and shit, and that's why we have the DJ needles and stuff. But the 1200s have always been great tables and the benchmark, but kind of expensive. Techniques unveils plan to launch a budget 1200 for $134.99 a pop
Wow.
It's going to kind of have like reduced features and whatnot.
It's going to be straight out of the People's Republic, basically.
Probably. But what I don't understand and they don't really get into is it's got reduced features, but it doesn't specifically, is it reduced features and shit that I really don't care about and has that same amount of Yankee torque? Yep, pow.
Yankee Torque, great band name.
Or is that one of the features that they're sacrificing for the price? If it's the same motor and it's just as grabby,
Well, chances are,
what a great deal.
Chances are it won't be the same motor. It's going to be made because it's going to be a cheaper turn.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would
but
think
they
that-
don't come
I
out
would
and
think that's
say
the
that.
heart of the.
The heart of the matter.
I was going to say heart of
These
rock
Don
and roll.
Is that Don Henley or Bruce Hornsby?
That's Don.
Okay.
I was going to say heart of rock and roll.
You know, I was in my
That's who it was, right? Hard rock and roll.
I was in my 30s, still playing music out live, and I was in this bar in South Carolina playing a show,
Cue ball.
and that song was on.
Heart of
The
rock and
heart
roll.
of rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I'm ordering a drink.
It's a beatin'.
This is hot ass bartender, and she like comes up and I'm talking to her, and then we're like exchanging, money for drinks and whatnot. And he's like, the heart of rock and roll, heart of rock and roll is to beaten. And I was like, and I'm like, I'm 30 whatever years old,
Yeah.
and I don't. What is he saying there? What is he saying? And
Still beating.
the girl looks at me and she goes, still beaten. And I'm like, holy shit. And it blew my mind. And I'm like, of course it says that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, you
and I'm like,
idiot.
of course it's...
Oh, you fucking idiot.
I'm like, oh, the heart
But she'll get
still beaten.
But I think the good thing is that she looked at you with a straight face and said, still beating.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh. I'm sure she expected me to be like, so let me get your number. You can show me some other stuff. Hey, race car.
Oh, Lord.
Did you know I'm a race car driver?
Yeah.
You like all-terrain vehicles? I got a new Bronco out in the parking lot. Red. Little Uncle Buck. The dude at the bowling alley. It's got the I don't know nothing about nobody.
But we got something just as good as Uncle Buck and Alcove tonight.
That's right. In the Atari Alcove Jags, they bought a present.
Yeah.
Show us what we got popping, Jay.
I went to Goodwill this week and found the classic
Nobody can see that.
the classic
Man.
Weird Al UHF.
That's some good shit,
For 75
man. I mean,
cents.
there's some crazy...
We were just talking about who the hell movie company would give Al Yankovic how much money to
I
make.
mean, he's great, but I mean, who's going to give him money to make a movie?
Yeah. Anyway, that's a is that Pat Morita? Seriously?
Noriega Pat Morita? I don't think so.
But yeah, I haven't seen this in a long time, but it's got Michael Richards in it too from Seinfeld fame.
Oh, that's right.
And
Damn, I'm
I
trying.
think
Sorry, that's 10th. Somebody
Victoria,
asked when that can thing was coming out. I think it's June 10th, so it's June something.
Victoria, what's her face? From
Jackson.
Saturday Night Live?
Who's like a raging Christaholic nowadays, right?
Is she?
Yeah, there's something wrong with her or something.
She's a Cristo.
Hey, look, I'm doing my hair tonight. Look, I'm doing,
CHRISTO.
look, I'm doing my hair tonight.
By the way, while we got a second,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's okay to do this on the air.
Yeah.
Doing live television. But we do have a prayer line finally set up.
Oh, a prayer line.
Yes.
Well, I'll take a shot into that. I'll drink out of the bottle of that.
If you would like your prayers answered, please
Okay.
text
You got a
them.
number. I would have made a graphic. I didn't know, folks. I thought I've been bullshitting on this.
No, we talked. You thought I was kidding.
Okay.
You can text this number.
Okay.
You can text your prayer request to 336. That's United States. So 1-336 is the area code 573-8082.
573-8082.
Yeah, if you're
336 57
573
8082. 4
But send us your prayer requests, folks, and we'll get them taken care of.
Send in your prayer requests. What are we waiting on?
And,
what are you going to do, not send them in? I mean, is that the other option? You're going to not send them in.
It's 50-50. I mean,
Send them the fuck in.
they either are or they aren't.
What do you got to lose?
And
It's only salvation we're talking about here.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna like pray like that.
No. I only pray for like basketball games and scratch off winners, and that the McRib comes back when I'm on vacation. Those are the important things that I pray about.
You get on 66 often, like what we were talking about earlier, the Walker Town issue.
Only when I got to get my machine gun clean. I got a guy down that way. Does a little you ever seen a machine gun?
Oh yeah.
They go all over.
But
They shoot. You ever seen them shoot?
I haven't got any messages.
Bullets. They come out.
I haven't got any messages yet.
No, they come out of there.
I haven't got any messages yet.
You ever seen bullets come out of there? They go all over. You get a gun. If you get a gun to do it for you, if you got bullets but you got a gun to do it for you, the bullets go fast.
I was just thinking about something too. I didn't think about when I gave this number out. When I gave this number out, it's actually my sister's number.
What? Did you really just give out your sister's phone number on the air?
No, but that would have been funny if I did.
Oh, I really thought you did.
No, that would have been fun. No, what I was thinking though is like, this will be recorded, and people will be texting me for like next 2 weeks. This is going to be recorded.
Well, that's true.
This is going to be.
We're recording right now.
It's going to be in the ether.
It is in the ether. I'm taking a shot to the prayer line with a big old pop off.
Oh,
Big old pop. I'm back on the big pop off, folks, because I'm about that jug life, baby. I'm about that jug life, baby.
That sounds good. No,
Get you one, Jay.
No, I'm good.
Shit, come on now. Oh God.
I'm good, thank you. I see what it does to you.
Oh God.
So yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. I'm trying not to put it in the front because the stem.
That's a big bottle.
It's a big bottle, so the stem gets in like in my face. If it's not, I need to bring the camera up some more. Bring a big wide shot.
Look at those guns. It's like bronze. Country strong.
Country strong. All right. So I don't want to talk about nothing else. I want to get to some shit.
What do we play? I don't even know.
I want to get to some shit that we're talking about.
What else happened in the world of music?
Oh, the rock and roll inductions are going on right now, or they just finished
Is
up.
it tonight?
Probably.
I knew it
Tonight.
thought
And
like
I
this
plan on
weekend.
playing some of these albums tonight. ELO, Joan Baez, Journey, Pearl Jam, Tupac, yes.
Sure.
I didn't because I'm lazy and I kind of had some other shit in my
Did you say Joan Jett?
Joan Baez.
Joan Baez.
If you noticed, Jay, there was I shelved all my records. Only thing out tonight is what we played so far in the digs. I shelved every record that was laying down on the floor, and everything's cleaned
That
up.
took you probably a good weekend, didn't it?
No, it really took me 30 minutes to an hour of just like solid, like, all right, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm lazy, so, we talked about that already. Zubba. Okay.
I don't know
So,
what
yeah.
happened.
Nope. No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in what we played. None of that matters. We do want to send a special, like, oh man, what the hell, Don Rickles, man, passing.
Oh yeah.
I love Don Rickles with a passion. I like his comedy. I like pictures of his butthole. I really, really do love Don Rickles, though, for real.
He's like the last. He was the last of that era, like
Man, that's
the golden age of entertainment era.
yeah.
Well, you got Jerry Lewis still alive, but he's.
And I grew up watching a lot of that shit, and that's somebody like Don Rickles is like, when it helped give me chops even as an elementary school kid, to where as a fat kid, if somebody picked on me, I could be like, oh yeah, you're wearing, what convenience store do you get them Snickers out of? I mean, I understand not everybody can have Nikes, but you have to get them from the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And everybody like, oh, and sometimes I got beat up, but I still made the shit fun out of it. You can't get that back.
We can't get Don Rickles back either.
Cry all you want, you can't get unraped.
But Don Rickles died. Bro.
But Don Rickles died. And it was very sad, even though, you know, we should all be so lucky, 90 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Mazel tov.
But, you know, he was in pretty good health. And,
yeah, he was still...
And he was, I heard this
chugging
morning, he was,
along,
like,
man.
working on a show. He's working on doing a, like a, the Jerry Seinfeld, the comedians and cars getting coffee.
Yeah.
One of those type shows, just kind of casual.
He still had his chops, man. I mean, not to a lesser extent, of course, but he was still...
I saw him on Carson.
He was still funny and sharp and brutal.
I saw him on Carson a couple weeks ago.
He'd still fuck you up if you stuttered for a second, he was on you.
Do you get that?
Not what? Carson?
Yeah. Saw him on Carson a couple weeks ago.
Did you see that on Carson?
No.
First thing we played this evening, brand new, fresh, clean start, no records out. Brothers Johnson, not played this in a while. Light Up the Night. Love the Brothers Johnson. Some terrific bass playing on this 1980 A&M record, where he's holding this ray gun.
That's
up
the
to
Brothers Johnson right there.
Yeah, it's literally the Brothers Johnson. Let's get up on that. That's what I'm talking about. Man, that makes me want to get some of that.
They call that Gamma Dick.
Makes me want to get up on some of that Billy D. Williams malt liquor.
That looks like it.
You know, we got that commercial we play from time to time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a bald spot up there.
Yeah, I'm going bald too, I think.
I mean, I can go bald at 40. That's all right. I mean,
what else do you have to look forward to? You know?
I ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing. I look forward to Fridays and
church on Sundays.
When I cut my toenails and I don't end up crying by the time I'm done with it.
How often do you cut your toenails, by the way? It's a good conversation for the show.
Oh, you mean how normally or like right now? Because right now, I'm going to go ahead and throw out a number for you. And the number is Thanksgiving.
I'm about a once a month guy.
I'm wearing Vans slip-ons right now, and it hurts.
Your toes are caught.
They're all bent up in the end and hurting right now. So Thanksgiving is the number. Not played this on the table before here in the program house studio. Van Halen, Dive Her Down. I've never owned this, and I picked it up for 75 cents. I'm not going to go out and spend. Jay's a big Van Halen guy, and I like Van Halen, but I'm not going to go spend mucho dinero on them or nothing.
That's a good record.
It's a good record.
In the shrink wrap for 75 cents. Though.
Yeah, in the shrink, 75 cents.
No, it's very compressed. It's
sure. It was a Salvation Army deal. Also played this in a while. Second Movement, Eddie Harris and Les McCann, which is...
It sounds very 70s to me.
Yeah, and this is a little more funky as opposed to traditional jazz.
I said Isaac Hayes.
I mean, of course, the first time they got together, they did the Live at Montreux, and they did Cold Duck Time, kind of fresh. They kind of wrote it there on the spot.
It's Cold Duck Time again.
Hey, man, another big... Not only the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is tonight, but they also announced the Country Hall of Fame a couple days ago. They announced, I can't remember what the other was, 2 announcements. But one of them was Jerry Reed is going to be in the Country Hall of Fame. And I hate that it's after he's dead, because he'd have liked that, I bet you. And, I played a lot of Jerry Reed. He's a big guitar picking hero and just a gentleman hero of mine. The way Jerry Reed carried himself was it's just a cool way to be a guy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this is one I don't play a lot of times here on the program, which has some great tracks on it. Cooking from Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
This is 70 on RCA. Good shit, man.
Jerry
It's a little
Reed.
poppy, but that Alabama Jubilee on there, woo, honey, hush.
Jerry Reed.
That's a good old toe tapping mug fug right there. I'm gonna tell you something about music, Jay. You know anything about music?
The Possum. I love him.
The Apostle.
Speaking of which, nobody's sent a prayer request in here. I'm a little worried.
No prayer request?
No.
They don't like us anymore. Yeah, they got them. They got that American Ninja Warrior now. They don't need us over here.
That's a terrible show.
No. You ever seen the one?
It's very redundant.
You ever seen the one where the guy's motivated because his mom had breast cancer?
Which one? Which one? Really?
And they do that video right before he falls after the second obstacle. that talks about how much of his life is
dedicated to that.
to that struggle.
You hear American Idol's coming back? That's music.
No.
Yeah, they're in a big bidding war over it.
Are they really?
NBC's going up and getting it already.
You know, last week me and Metal Theologian we were talking on the chat about death metal. And I was like, oh, I bought a recent death metal album, which I wouldn't have done. And I remember the cover, I remember what it looked like, and I asked Jay, I was like, hey, you remember that death metal record? He's like, yeah. I was like, what was that called? I'm like, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of new. And I was like,
all right.
And I was like, we're both kind of like, and that's on. I'm going through my entire record stack. And I don't even remember the name, so I'm just looking for the thing that may trigger some kind of memory. I got nothing. The next day, I'm in here by myself. When I was shelving all my records.
Yeah.
And I was shelving records, and I shoved something down there, and just like probably the third or fourth record, I pulled this out right beside it. I'm like, son of a bitch, there's the record I was looking for the whole night before. Weapon. Embers and Revelations, so Relapse Records from 2012.
This was was this a blind purchase?
It was a blind purchase, to be honest, because it not only looks satanic as hell, the songs are like The First Witnesses of Lucifer. Let's see what else is in there. Grotesque Cavern Portal. Disavowing Each and
Yeah.
I mean,
those make people uncomfortable.
Dude, if it's that, I am addicted to satanic imagery.
Well, what you paid for it though is like, I wouldn't give it for like as new as that is. You paid
2012 death metal record, $1.99
at the death metal store.
Yeah, I mean this
guy's a death metal guy,
and it's not worth a shit ton, I don't think. But it's a
hold
that guy. That covers a.
It's a relapse. It's a relapse.
It is.
Vinyl though.
I mean, you got a Bengal tiger and a wolf, and then a skull goat.
That's straight out of like.
I love it. And the vinyl. Hey, before you sit down, slide that vinyl out real quick. That's some nice looking vinyl. And if you're into the colored shit, some people will like hate on it because the color doesn't sound as good as the black. Blah blah blah. It's a unique color.
It's a blood color. No, it's a color though. It's a color of the cover, I guess.
Yeah, it's this maroony, swirly thing. Followed that up, which is kind of a great. Jay was like, "You gonna do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think that'll work." I was like, "I want to do some jazz after this, but it can't be just like sit in the tub jazz. It's got to be like some bouncing avant-garde. Come out of death metal and then some weird avant-garde jazz. That's a good mix right there." And I picked up this the Miles Davis at the Fillmore East, I think 70 or something like that. And of course I played. This is the tracks are broke down into days of the week. And of course I played Friday.
Right.
Friday's something. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, the Friday Jam is what we heard. Really weird and avant-garde and out there and live, Miles. Man, you really vibe in on this shit, man, for real. Now, that's some real good stuff.
It's very good stuff.
And really take you out for a walk on the wild side. Take your brain for a walk. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, I'm off the frame. What's happening up here?
They can't see what we're doing with our hands.
I could bring a lighter up. We could do a Schrodinger's cat thing. So I got a lighter, and I light it. And we take both of them out of frame. Now, there was a moment there where my finger could have been burning, or it could not have been burning.
Yeah, but only we know.
Schrodinger's cat.
I don't know that.
Look it up. Jay wanted to play a record. I want to play a record, says Jay. I want to play a record.
Okay, John Coltrane.
I want to play a record, says Jay. What you play on there, Jay?
How about the Cult Electric?
How come?
Today's the anniversary of the show.
Bullshit.
I think it's like...
Bullshit.
It might be 30.
30 years old.
Maybe. I don't know. It's today, though.
Is the release?
80s? 86 or 87.
You know, it's funny. And what
87. It will be 30 years old today.
That's fantastic. I didn't really grow up listening to the Cult. I've never really listened to the Cult. You brought over that more modern Cult.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it.
Yeah,
Love that record.
Good.
And then I heard this, and I'm like, this is really good too.
This is Rick Rubin produced this one. This is Electric. This was kind of the one that put him over as the rock and roll whatever.
I just really didn't jump onto them for some reason. And what interesting thing, Jay started playing this one. It was at the end of one of the sides that Jay played. And I'm like, and I'm like, where do I know this song from? And I'm like, I feel like I know it from like a war movie where some dudes are like sitting in the chopper and the doors are open and they're sitting there with their guns and they're like ready to land.
Like Vietnam and the
yeah, like a Vietnam. But I'm like, that wouldn't be in a Vietnam movie. That wouldn't make any freaking sense. Borscht. They wouldn't. Been eating sesame sticks and dill pickles this evening. I wouldn't be able to, that wouldn't make any sense. And then so I looked it up. Finally, I figured it out. Whitewater Summer.
Never heard of it.
That's the Kevin Bacon movie where it's like an Outward Bound thing. Sean Austin's in that. And Sean Astin. And that's when they, in the part of the movie, they're walking through, it's like a little montage, and they come up to the Devil's Tooth. They have to like bounce, rappel, swing across, pendulum, call it pendulum. Yeah. Have to pendulum across the rock crater, and Sean Astin won't do it because he's afraid of it.
Yeah.
But they're playing that song, and I've never heard it anywhere else before. I didn't know who the hell it was, and you played that, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. So it was great.
Did I ever tell you about this idea for a cartoon I had?
No, I don't like this story. I don't like this story, Jay. I don't like it.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think it's got legs.
No.
It's got fur.
Yeah, it's got fur. I wasn't too up on this one.
You know, it's legendary, man. Planet Rock, Africa Bambaataa, and the
Soul Force.
Soul Sonic Force.
Yeah.
I was going to fuck that up.
It's tough. It's tough. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, on the old Tommy Boy. And what a great, we played the big old long sides, like 9 minutes and shit. And it's funny, I've watched some documentaries and shit about this. Africa Bambaataa was big into the Kraftwerk sound.
And you can tell.
You can really tell in that Planet Rock. He wanted this shit that sounded like, had that kind of robotic type sound.
The kraut sound.
That kraut sound, really. Mixed with some of the kind of the breaks and stuff that we knew come to like from early hip hop. But it's not really a break record though. It's much more of a ba 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 ba, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is cool.
You had to use two hands.
Yeah, but you ever sing that?
Yeah.
You ever seen a rap rock record?
Yeah. Limp Bizkit.
I was a professional. I was a professional rap rocker.
I know you are.
I'm proud. I'm not proud to say I'm a professional rap rocker.
You converted. You're one of those like, where are they now? VH1 deals.
I was part of the problem.
And they're going to come like interview you about what you're doing these days.
That's going to be my second line on my super. Part of the problem. But no, I couldn't come out of Planet Rock. We want to go to a couple of more rock records later on, of course, to signify a couple of things. And but I'm like, I can't just come out of that into a rock record. I mean, you could, but let me just bridge it over with a little BMOC, Play That Funk. BMOC, I've got this so damn early. Actually, it came with my original turntables and mixer from Timmy, Nice Guy Timmy.
Okay. I thought this was I thought this was like a new record.
Hold that guy.
I never heard of this. You know?
These guys are the guys that started Source magazine. They were Harvard cats. If you notice the Harvard gear, they were Harvard cats.
See, I wonder if it's
really into hip hop. They were DJs at the college station, I believe.
Oh, so they really
they ended up
legit.
starting Source magazine as entrepreneurs
with their dad's money.
Entrepreneur. I'm an airplane. You ever seen an airplane?
You're a Vietnam airplane.
Yep. You ever seen one of them?
Oh yeah.
Phantom Force 5. I started playing this video game. I'm ranked in the world.
Called Phantom Force 5?
No.
Which one?
It's called Disc Jam. It's a free game on the PlayStation 4 where you throw this disc and you kind of...
Frisbee golf?
Similar, no.
For disc golf?
But I'm ranked in the world.
It's cool. It's like a beta game or something?
No, it was no. I'll have to show it to you.
Is it crappy? Like,
it's one of those games that I kind of lock into and I'm pretty good at, which is rare. I'm pretty good at shooters and stuff, but there's still guys that completely wax my ass, you know. And I'm one of those ass waxers in this game for some reason. It clicks with my mental whatevers. Yeah. And I'm in the top, few thousand in the world.
How many people? Say?
Several 100,000 in the world. I'm in the top.
A couple thousand. That's a pretty good percentile.
For some reason, it clicks up on me.
Think you ever make money doing that?
$400 every other month. Now, who put this in? Did you put this in here? That's in the gatefold. Somebody put a record in the gatefold.
You did that.
No. That's got J written all over it right there.
I don't think I did that. Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it's a sad reason we got to play this record tonight, but I love playing this record. We play it pretty often here on the program. That Mad Season joint, man.
I've never really been, I don't know much about this whole record. I thought it was all campfire, acoustic songs.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. No, it's good stuff, man. And that live show that they do from Portland or Seattle, somewhere in
Yeah.
well, that's a good picture of Lane Staley, the show right there. But it's a nice gatefold. Of course, this has Lane Staley. It's got Mike McCready. It's got Mark Lanigan on a few songs. Of course, a couple of the ones I played. And the bass player from Screaming Trees. I bet he loves that shit. You know, the bass player from Screaming Trees. You name like all these other guys in the band. Oh, and the bass player from Screaming Trees.
No, I know so he is, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's who plays bass. That guy. And then there's a drummer from somebody.
Drummer from,
Horace Pretense. That's when I really gained respect for Mike McCready. I hated Pearl Jam back in the day, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's good.
He is good.
But this is the 15 years since Lane died just a couple of days ago, and I don't have any Alice in Chains. I've got some.
I would have brought some Alice in Chains. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But 15 years, man. We're getting fucking old, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Lane Staley's been dead for 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, what are you gonna do?
Just drugs.
Just keep
Not
on.
do drugs.
No, don't do drugs, man.
That's what he died of.
He did.
There was a significance to like the day he died too. And I can't remember what it was.
The day he died.
So like it was the same day as something else. Like I don't know if it was that year, but something else was.
Now this is funny. Earlier today, Jay asked, "Are we going to do any themes for tonight's show?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I was busy as shit. I've been running around all crazy." And I'm like, "I don't think so, man. I can't think of nothing." And Jay says, "Songs you would commit suicide to." And so I reply back, "Talk about one-hit wonders." And then Jay shows up tonight with a goddamn stack of records of one-hit wonders.
I thought you were like...
I was making a suicide joke, which is very classy.
Yeah.
It's what I was actually doing. But Jay thought we were going to do one-hit wonders, and so he brought a shit ton of them tonight.
Shit. It wasn't as many as I thought. It was like 8 or 10.
And I was like, well, you can at least play... When you said that, and I thought about that when I was like, I wonder if he knows if I mean...
No.
I was kidding about a suicide.
No.
And I said, if he doesn't, I'm going to play Spandau Ballet.
Yeah. I love it. No, it's something.
Yeah.
True, whatever.
True.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Jay brought some, and I was like, well, put one of them on, and we'll use it to switch over to the next record. So Jay... that corner will straighten right out. You just rub a little Vaseline on there. That corner will square right up for you. What'd you play about it, Jay?
Fine Young Cannibals is one of the ones I brought.
That's cool, man. I like that shit, man.
This is a good record, actually.
Especially after a couple of drinks, that shit's fun, man.
No, this is a good record. This was 88.
See how big I make my hair.
From the major label debut of the Fun Young Cannibals, a British pop band, I guess.
And some of those other songs are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
Yeah, it's
that's a pretty good record.
Not something I would spend a lot of money on, but it's
I didn't. I spent like 15 on that.
You find it for a couple of dollars. That's a fun record to have.
It is, and it's in pristine.
That's our recommendation. You can take that for what it is, or you can print it out on a dot matrix printer, peel the sides off, roll it up, shove it up your ass.
Or a plotter.
Yeah, or a plotter.
Like Jacob's had.
Or Jacob's ladder.
Yeah, and I brought a bunch of just crappy
one-offs.
Hooters. That was one I was
The Hooters? Who's that?
And We Danced.
Oh.
That was one I was really hoping for the one-hit wonder show, but
let's do it. What are we waiting on?
Yeah.
Now, what's this deal? I mean, I know.
Oh, hey, you want to talk about Barry Manilow?
What happened?
The world's worst kept secret.
I don't know what happened.
He came out.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, he really did.
Good for him.
I mean,
I didn't hear that.
You really thought he was straight all these years, though?
I mean, I don't know.
My cousin saw him
A boy can
a
dream.
couple years ago.
I'd go watch Barry
He
Manilow.
was good there. He's
I'm
really
sure, of course,
good.
he is. One more record we played, and we showed an upside down ding dong for a long time while we played this.
Upside down, ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. What was this?
94?
I mean,
33, 43 years ago today?
today?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday, because
40
today's the what? Today's the 8th
43 years ago, right?
that Cobain killed himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
He would have been 72 today.
He's sitting, no.
Yeah.
No way.
Could
He was
be.
born in 67.
No, he was born in 42.
No. No. He was born in 67.
They killed him, what was that, 20 years ago?
All
23 years
these-
ago?
Yeah. None of this answered any questions. How old would he have been now? How old was he when he committed suicide? What year was he born?
I think it was 28 when he committed suicide.
27.
27.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking on the way over here trying to figure out how old he was.
Because all those people were 27. Lane Staley, him and Lane Staley born the same year. 67.
Maybe they died on the same day. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Him and maybe something about Lane Staley. They
Yeah, I
found
think
Lane
so.
Staley like later, like the date they found him was
right.
not the
He
day
was
when
right.
the first hit.
He was right.
Yeah, like 3 or 4
Okay.
days. And so I'm wondering if like that might have been what the significance is. They died on the same day. Maybe that's what. But anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
but Kurt.
that would make
Cobain.
sense.
Yeah, he blew his brains out.
Well,
Kurt Cobain.
allegedly. That's so that's what we got to talk about here about what we played, and now this now
Public service.
our dig of the week. What'd you
Your
bring for dig of the week?
I brought. I have one little tiny thing that's not vinyl.
Not vinyl dig of the week.
You don't have much, do you?
I got two.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and.
No.
Or you want me to just do my quick one?
Yeah, do your quick one, Jay.
Okay. I got the UHF cassette
Yeah.
was one, and then I went to what I told you was the best Goodwill in the area. I thought, and it was terrible.
Yeah. It happened.
They don't have good vinyl over there. They got good other stuff. But I was looking through the cassettes and I found AC/DC Powerage, which is my favorite AC/DC record.
Really?
Yours too.
That's the one you brought that time.
This is your favorite. I don't know.
Is that Bon Scott?
That might have been Holly to Hell.
Whoa.
Oh.
Anyway, that's what everybody says. I love Bon Scott, apparently.
But this is 78.
Okay.
This might have been the one they cut in Australia and then they later released it over here.
Cut it out. Quit it.
Quit it, Dave Coulier. Anyway.
If anybody remembers Out of Control on Nickelodeon
Was Dave Coulier
with
on that
Daly
show?
Coulier, I've got them all. If you guys want them, we'll work something out.
That sounds so like black market.
It is, man. I got them.
But it's a white cassette, Powerage, original cassette.
It's not a clear cassette.
Oh, it's a white cassette.
Oh, dude.
All my old cassettes are white. You have
Yeah.
a clear cassette?
You eat lunch by yourself. You got white cassettes.
Like, I've got the original Van Halen first two releases on cassette.
That's because it came from Kmart.
And they were
You bought it
white.
from It's
And they were white.
Farmore tape. You got a Farmore
I
tape,
bought
Jay.
a lot of Farmore tape.
See, that's why they're all white. You got to go to big markets to get clear tapes.
Are you serious?
My cousin used to be so
serious?
picky about, oh man, the way that
That's
I'm
really
like,
what
oh,
I don't
I don't want a Black Sabbath NIMS pressing. Those guys,
Yeah.
my cousin growing up, he was a few years older than me. He was like that, and it's like, oh man, he's a Guns N' Roses. And we flip it over, and he's like, oh, it's a white tape. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've never seen it in this store. And he's like, no, I only get clear tapes. He was so anti-white tape, it was like, oh dude.
Sounds like a tape snob.
He was a tape snob, totally. He was a 1980s tape snob.
Wow.
It happens, man.
Well, hey, I mean, he was passionate about it. That's good for him.
Of course. me personally, I'm passionate about Christ. So that's
Play that funky music, white boy. Speaking of, the cat played a little ditty for us earlier.
the cat played a little. Oh, okay, I got my harmonic. No, and I'm gonna start doing this every song.
It's pretty supposed to love it. Think we get popped for that?
Yes, probably. So what I picked up, actually, I went to Underdog Records in Winston-Salem, North Carolina today.
Yeah.
And I've not been in there in a little while. And I picked up, a couple of weeks ago. There's a possibility that this is one of the ones that I picked up because I don't remember things too good. But right out, Larry Coryell just died.
Okay.
World famous.
I didn't know that.
Freaking-tastic guitar player. Just passed. And I picked up all those Larry Coryell records at a Goodwill for 75 cents and the 11th House, which was his little fusion band that he did. And this is one that I don't think was in there. This one was $3 in an actual record store, and it's Aspects. And I want to say it's the third or fourth one, 76 Arista. And I'm like, yeah,
Arista, they call that.
Yeah. This was good stuff, and I wanted, some of the other stuff. I bet this is pretty decent. And so I took this down to the listening station at this record store. I took it down, and I put it on, and I went into the first song. And I'm like, I had headphones on. I go, holy shit. And then I bounced to the second and third song. And I'm like, no, fuck. So I've already exclaimed like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
I'm probably going to buy this for $3. And it's fantastic. I mean, it's a great effort by them. Let's see who we got on here. Jerry Brown. Sorry, Jay. Jerry Brown, not Gary Brown. Larry Coryell.
That took me a second to get that.
Whoa. Tremosa Hino on trumpet and flugelhorn. John Lee.
Yeah.
Mike Mandel. Keyboards and synths. Good stuff, man. Some other cats play on here.
Yeah.
Sanborn's actually on a couple of tracks.
Okay.
Which,
David Sanborn?
yeah, which I don't really like. But of course, he's got his place. So good record. I'm really glad to pick.
That's awesome.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if you call it Dog Dumpling Surprise. I put the headphones on and it'll blow your freaking brain out.
And do you think they considered Weird Al over Michael Richards for the role of Kramer across this movie?
That would have been a good Kramer. Yankovic would have made a good Kramer. And instead of just being somebody that never had a job, he could be like an out-of-work like singer. He had classically trained. He could have did anything, but he chose to do comedy songs. This is a record that has eluded me for a long time. The original press is, of course, crazy expensive and not really worth. I don't buy records like that. It's something's out of print and real expensive. It's not my deal unless you come across it. And so when they reissued this, I heard really good things about the pressings, shitty things about the packaging. And but it's not something that I would have just followed through and went and found it online and ordered it. I've never really seen it locally. And this time is the first time I've seen it locally. It was nice priced, nice little version. And so, brand new tonight, I picked up Sleep's Holy Mountain.
Oh, wow.
The coup de grace when it comes to, I don't know what you want to call it.
Rock and roll.
This is like 92, if you can believe that.
I didn't know they were that old. Or had been.
This is a second record. Hold that guy up. And this is on Earache Records. This is kind of like a demo thing, I think. So this is like the first, I'm just going to kind of read some shit for you here. Last album to be released as a band, fully functioning group. Their subsequent albums were released as the group had broken up. The album, which includes the word stoner in the lyrics of 2 songs and prominently features cannabis leaves and its album art on the back, if you want to show it, is widely considered one of the seminal albums in the evolution of stoner rock. It became a favorite of the heavy metal press, and the band was heralded, along with Caius, as the leaders of the emerging stoner metal scene. The song Dragonaut, which is one of the most famous ones, is used in the 1997 Harmony Korine film Gummo, which we've actually showed on the program here before.
Okay.
And CKY used it on some of their early videos too, the Jackass guys. But yeah, so I mean, let me see that bitch.
So you bought that today?
I bought that today. Let me see that bitch. Because here's the other thing. I'm popping this motherfucking seal right now.
Pop that thing, man.
Get my fingernail up
Pop
under
that
this
thing.
mug.
Pop that thing. Pop that thing. Pop
Jay's
that thing.
Jay's talking all urban and shit.
You need some pop that thing.
I'm wondering if it's got a download code. That'd be kind of dope.
That'd be dope. That'd be real dope.
Did you get last week when I texted you? You asked me something. I was like, "So chill, bro." Remember when I texted?
Yeah, because I took that out of context too. Because I thought I was telling you something about wrestling, and you said, "So chill, bro. Like, don't tell me."
Oh.
That's what I took it as. So I quit talking about it.
No. So chill, bro. Shut that guy off. The old purple vinyl.
That's more. Oh, it is purple.
It's purple.
Yeah.
Real cool.
It's
real
good.
So show the other side, so it's got the gentleman on there. Yeah, look at the gentleman. Some young sleepers.
Look like a bunch of dope smokers.
So we got Sleep, Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain.
Brand new. With some purple vinyl. That's a really cool dig of the week, man. Oh, that's all we got this week for dig of the week.
That's all we got.
No. That's all I did this week. You know what I mean?
I didn't know I was going to be on there. I would have bought something.
I don't need nothing for nobody. I ain't got to prove myself, Jay.
Yeah.
I ain't got to prove myself for nothing.
There's Steve doing his thing.
Yeah, Steve's going to be singing like that tomorrow night.
I heard they got some new material they're working on.
Yeah? All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with a little So Speak and Chip Chat here on a very special Grown Man Record Night where we talk about molesting.
You know Jewel's generics save you money, and the more you buy, the more you save. So now Jewel is offering you another choice, generics in the dairy case. They're a lower cost alternative to some of the dairy products you're already buying. They're as wholesome as the name brands, and they taste good too. And best of all, they cost less. The next time you're shopping the dairy case, consider generics. Now you have a choice of savings at Jewel.
Turn up the fun with ball sack. Turn it up. Put the ball sack balloon in the sack. Blow it up now. Give it a whack. Turn up the fun with ball sack. Hit it. Pour in some water too. I fly real quick now. Ain't that cool? Turn up the fun with ball sack.
Check it out.
And here's my little buddy, the ball sack brat.
Us two ball jacks, so where it's at.
This is fresh. Turn up the fun with ball sack. Turn up the fun with ball sack.
You know, a lot of people will tell you that drugs are cool and that everybody's doing them. But you know what? They're wrong. See, everybody's not doing drugs, and you don't have to try them to be cool. Look, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but I am telling you that you don't have to do something you don't want to just to keep your friends happy. I mean, if that's the way they feel, then maybe they're not your friends. And maybe they're not as cool as you thought they were. This is how I feel, and if you think that makes me uncool, you're wrong.
For information, call 1-800-223-DARE.
The Power Hour begins when Transor Z battles the Doom Machines. Then Voltron packs a megawatt punch on Channel 60, WPWR-TV, Aurora. Gadzooks! It's time for the afternoon power hour on WPWR. 60 minutes of action and excitement with Transor Z and Voltron. Voltron will be here soon with another adventure in the Castle of Lions. But first, Transor does battle with Dr. Demon's Doom Machines. Will Transor win against this horrible hunk? Watch!
All right, everybody, welcome back to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate the hell out of you for sticking with us through the thick and the thin.
Was that Harry Carey or Larry Bud Melman?
That's no, Jay. Take a lap.
You remember Larry Bud Melman? What was he famous for?
But, yeah, the David Letterman.
Is that what he was famous for?
I will give you props on the Kirk Cameron. He was the Tim Tebow of the 80s.
Yeah, he was.
Kirk Cameron was the Tim Tebow of the 80s.
Who hit a home run in his first minor league at bat.
I saw that. Of course he did.
It made me want to puke my pants.
Of course he did.
That.
So anyhow, here on the program, and so to speak, we don't really have a soda to do.
We shut up soda list tonight.
Really, I mean, really, when it comes down to it. But Jay, being the man that he is, has got some shit for us to try. Now,
it's not really a soda.
It's sort of a soda. The Rockstar energy drink. I love the. What series would this be called? The 240.
Well, it's just called Revolt.
No. But not all of them say Revolt. The ones that have the 240.
Oh,
they don't. They're not in all the categories.
That's the industry standard.
No, sir. 160.
Oh.
Those are the. This is the big.
This is
dog.
the industry I'm in. Standard.
No, but standard Rockstar 160.
Yeah.
Diet Rockstar 160. But they have these like the punch,
yeah.
and the lemonade and the watermelon that are 240.
Yeah.
Some of them have sugar, some of them don't. This one's got sugar, and it's called a Revolt Killer Grape. Show
Revolt,
this guy. Show off your brand.
Line. It's a
show off your brand.
It's
now,
not my brand. I don't own it.
Tell us about
They
it.
just pay me a lot of money to talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
But no, this is the new one that came out a few weeks ago.
I've had this now.
It tastes like a grape soda.
It's a grape soda.
Have you had the black cherry, by the way?
No, sir.
It tastes like Cheerwine if you're a big Cheerwine.
This is it's very sugary to me.
Selling secrets, but
well, we'll try it before we. I mean, we both had them.
But no,
give it a gourd. Give it a gourd.
I'll carl it.
Carl it
for old times' sake.
Don't get it on my record albums.
Yeah. Tastes like grape soda.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not a big grape soda fan. You are, but
I like a sugary grape soda with Chinese food.
Yeah, no, it's a quality drink.
It really is.
It's one of the
It's
better,
very sweet. You could substitute this for a grape soda.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
say,
for sure.
It's one of the better non-energy tasting drinks that they make. So, yeah.
But by that,
what?
The fact that it is one of the more non-energy drink tasting drinks, the way they cover that up, in my opinion, is sugar. I mean, it's sweet as shit.
I'm sure it's really good for you too.
Absolutely, it's great for you.
Drink like 4 of these a day, 5 of these a day. You'd be
spitting
to go.
You'd be spitting bars, baby.
And you'll keep my family eating 4 or 5 a day.
Spit them bars, son. I'm trying to get me a deal spitting bars.
Anyway,
well, it's a pretty good soda.
That's substitutes for the soda.
Substitutes for the soda, because we were, and kind of in the same vein for Chip Chat.
Yeah.
I do want to say this in Chip Chat. There was a top 100 snacks came out the other day.
Yeah, I wasn't as thrilled by this.
Well,
you were.
No, I wasn't necessarily thrilled, but the snacks they tested had to be it was very specific. You had to name like name brands. You couldn't just say pretzels, for example.
Right.
You had to say like rolled gold pretzels.
Well, because people do things different. Each company might do something a little
yeah,
different.
so in this survey, you had to specify what your shit was. So let's get some reaction. We're only going to do the top 10 tonight.
We're going to do Letterman style.
And we're going to do them very, very fast here. Number 10, chip-related, Fritos. The old school,
plain Fritos.
plain up, straight up Fritos. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. My memory of Fritos is my dad used to buy them when I was a kid. He had his own bag. You wasn't supposed to touch them. and it had like a double rubber band around it, so
Yeah.
you knew they were his.
Yeah.
The reason they were his, he would pour extra salt on them. No shit. My dad would like load up Fritos with extra salt.
Yeah.
And he's had 4 or 5 strokes. It's not necessarily a coincidence. It's not my place to decide that.
Right.
But he did have his own Fritos with more salt. Number 9. This kind of goes out to Steve Fever. The Haribo Goomies. So like the Goomy worms or the Goomy bears.
Do I not call them gummy bears anymore?
Yeah, if you want to be wrong. You like being wrong, Jay?
Sometimes. Majority of the time, yeah.
So this didn't say worms or bears. Did notice this week, that same story. Soaking goomy bears with vodka. Apparently you can just let them soak up and then they eat them and they F you up.
Wow.
It's like quicker than...
kind of like Jello, mini Jello.
I immediately went and found Steve and said, hey, we should do that. You really like goomy bears, and we can soak up a bunch of goomy bears and eat them and get all messed up.
That sounds good.
That'd be good for like a Merle Fest where it's like family friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that'd be
I
beautiful.
almost feel like you're doing something illegal when you're doing that.
Yeah, probably. Okay, number 8, Cheez-Its.
Not a big fan. Very plain to me.
Cheez-It?
I mean, it's just cheese crackers.
They're great. It's a great snack, though. Need to grab a handful. Dinner's in a couple hours.
Sure.
That's a good snack.
Oh, there's a couple hours. I eat more than that.
Well, that's not a bad snack, though. Okay, number 7, M&M's.
I love them.
I don't buy them a lot. I'm not a big candy guy. The peanut M&Ms were my staple before in terms of candy.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
Peanut butter M&Ms have far surpassed that for me.
Absolutely.
Personally.
Absolutely.
I think that's one of my better candies, but I'm still not going to be able to spend $2 on it or whatever the fuck it is. Number 6, Cheetos. Now, these are not the puffy ones. These are the crunchy
those are
ones.
cheese puffs.
Cheese puffs. These are the crunchy ones. The name brand Cheetos.
They're not bad.
Crunchy
I mean,
ones. Chester Cheetah shit.
They come in the Fritos. Come in that.
It's not easy being cheesy. Neil Peart's the best drummer ever. Yeah. Okay. I'm not opposed to that. Me and the girlfriend actually prefer store brand Cheetos. They tend to be greasier and cheesier. And I mean, when you're
Store brand cheese puffs are good.
if you're going all in, you're going all in.
Yeah.
Number 5, Goldfish. Really surprised to see Goldfish this high on the list.
I like Goldfish because they have one salty side and one not
Yeah,
salty
I'm not
side.
mad at Goldfish. There's nothing wrong with them. I like taking Goldfish, putting them in, and same with Cheez-Its. Talking about a serving suggestion, Goldfish or Cheez-Its, throw that shit in like tomato soup instead of crackers. And I do it with other soups too, but specifically with that, it's money in the bank. Here's a little cheap serving suggestion. The Progresso tomato basil soup. It's a fantastic take on the tomato soup.
put
Tomato
that-
basil, you put just some crushed up Cheez-Its or some Goldfish in there.
Should put that recipe up on the Facebook page.
I should.
For all the
I should. But I'm really a little bit surprised to see a Goldfish that high. And I will tell you, I prefer the off-brand, cheaper version, Whaley's. You ever seen Whaley's?
Never.
The whales?
Never.
More than Goldfish because they have more cheese shit on there. Number 4, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
That's all-timer.
I love them. They're
All-timer.
too expensive for getting a couple of things. I love in like holiday times. My mom always gets me the Christmas trees or the
Little minis.
The
Santa Claus
bunnies.
heads?
The bunnies.
That's not Christmas. That's Easter.
No. The bunnies in the Easter or the trees
At
at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a one for Easter. For Halloween too, like a ghost or something.
What is that? What is that? Is that the peanut butter like liquid and it just hardened?
I don't know, dude.
It's an interesting.
Yeah,
it's an interesting thing.
I'm sure it's chemical
It's like,
city.
almost like hardened peanut butter.
It's got to be chemical city.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Number 3, Pringles.
Pringles are good.
Yeah,
They're salty chips. I like the saltiness.
they're a
of them.
potato crisp. They're not a chip,
Okay.
allegedly. But Pringles in the top 5. I'm not mad at that.
No.
That's a good snack for sure.
I think it's a great go-to chip.
Absolutely.
Not cheap though, you know.
No. I don't know about this. Number 2.
That's my number 1.
Number 2 is Oreos.
I think it's the best all-around cookie.
A lot of
on the
people
market.
say a cookie like that is not a snack. what do you label as a snack? I guess that's what becomes a little kind of iffy. But I mean, obviously Oreos is da-da-da. What I'm surprised, what I thought was going to be number one. Have you already seen what number one is? You know what number one is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I thought was going to be number one was going to be Lay's Original Chips. Good old-fashioned yellow bag Lay's chips. They're greasy. They go perfect with a sandwich. Da-da-da. And it's not up there. And I'm not sure where that falls in the I'm sure it's in the top 100. What it did of 100?
384. That's what I heard.
Numero uno snack in America, at least. Nacho cheese Doritos.
Oh, plain nacho cheese Doritos?
Nacho cheese Doritos. I'm surprised it wasn't the Lay's, like I said, but I'm not surprised that Doritos is in the top 3 for sure.
Sure.
And that's pretty standard. I'm pretty okay with this.
They're a juggernaut.
This
company.
list.
It's a juggernaut.
Juggernaut sack. I mean, Doritos is just epic. That's an epic thing to do. And you know, we don't have a lot to do tonight, but I will say, if you're in the South and where you live, and you have Food Lions where you live, we've talked about this in the last few weeks. Food Lion has re-upped their game. They're redoing their stores.
Redoing their game.
The stores look much different, much nicer.
They got bought out by German.
Huge beer sections with all these fancy beers and stuff. And I've noticed that their chip game in the store brand has really been really, really great stuff. And we've did a couple of these, and I actually talked about mixing them together. The dill pickle chips, the sriracha chips. This it's a ruffled mesquite barbecue chip that they do. These are $1.50 to $1.79 bag chips, and they're phenomenal. And so I'm like, well, wait a minute. I've not done any of the standard, and they actually have a low salt chip, which is great because I like taking low salt chips. That's what I should have did tonight. Take a low salt chip and then sprinkle pepper on it rather than salt. So pepper on my chips. It's like a baked potato kind of thing.
I got you.
And maybe we'll talk about that some other time. I think we already have, probably a couple of years ago. So I was like, but you know what? I've not tried their straight up sour cream and onion.
Oh yeah.
Q. So we got Q. We got the new Food Line sour cream and onion chips, and I've had these, and I'll tell you right now. Well, you go ahead and open them.
Food Line got bought out. I want to say it was a Swedish company bought out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're revamping their.
They really are up in their game.
They're revamping their whole.
Are you in elementary school? Who opens a bag of chips like this?
Me strong.
It's like Corky Thatcher from Life Goes On over here, opening a bag of chips for us.
Is that Life Goes On? Do you remember the show 30-something?
Yeah.
You ever watch that? Are you a fan?
What do you think about these?
Pretty good.
I love them. I think they're fantastic.
They're like a sour cream and onion chip.
I think they're better than Lay's.
Have you had these? You already formed an opinion?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like you had time to think about that.
I really think they're better than Lay's.
We're good. I can get them. How much? Like $1.79 or whatever?
At tops, sometimes two for
$2 for $2.
$3.
Or 2 for $3 or whatever.
So
I wouldn't kick those chips out of bed.
no. So if you're in the South, you stop at a Food Line to do your grocery shopping. Their store brand chips are so legit, folks. I ain't shitting you, man. They'll put it on you.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're good.
Hey, don't forget next week.
You won't be here.
Well, I'm gonna be here, but we're gonna be going to see that old Doug Stanhope show.
I mean, you won't be right here.
No, I won't be right here. So what we might do is a little Saturday show. So you guys make sure you stay tuned to our social media outlets and whatnot. We'll let you know the schedule for next weekend. But we're gonna go see a little.
Maybe everybody. We can read off the prayer requests next week.
Yeah, send us some prayer requests.
We'll read them
you
off
do the
from
number
there.
again? You know what it is?
Area code 336.
You got to project now.
Area code 336. 573-8082. Okay? That's a real number. That's on my phone right now.
Text Jay some prayer requests, and we'll answer them next week.
Well, I even put them on the Facebook page this week, throughout the week.
We can put them on the Facebook page throughout the week. That's a good idea.
If it's an unspoken request, make sure you let me know.
What if one of them... No, stop.
No, wait.
No.
No, there's just a couple we want to pray for tomorrow.
A good friend of ours is getting married tomorrow.
Yeah.
A couple good friends of ours.
Pray for them.
They're marrying one another. Pray for
Keep
them.
them in your thoughts and prayers tonight.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. You guys are number one with us, of course. So we'll keep you apprised about what's going to happen next week. And we hope you have a good weekend and a good week coming up.
Jug life.
Jug life, baby. And we'll catch you guys next time on a brand new Grown Man Record Night, or maybe a Captain Car Wash.
Who knows?
You guys stay tuned. We're going to play some Sleep Holy Mountain and get just loose in this mug. Yeah, we're going to get loose up in this mug, man. We'll get loose.